Thank you, Megan. The military denies having anything to do with a helicopter ride recently given to the CNMI'S criminal chief. And what appears to be a gift under Public Law 811, the Government Ethics Act, may pose some problems. In an email responding to KSPN's inquiries, Marine Corps Public Affairs Officer Major Neil Fisher from Guam says that the helicopter ride from Pagan to Saipan that was provided to Chief Prosecutor Shelli Neal and former Chief Prosecutor, now businesswoman, Rosamond Santos last weekend was not specifically authorized nor specifically paid for by the military. Though the military did pay for the helicopter round trip to and from Pagan, Fisher says the decision to offer Neal and Santos a ride back was done, quote, without our knowledge and we were not involved, end quote. He says military contractor Cardinotech hired Americopters to transport a team of archaeologists and supplies to Pagan for cultural resource surveys, not to transport anyone else. He also says no extra passengers were transported while the contractors used the helicopter, and the 2 passengers that Americopters took on was done on Americopters' own accord after they completed the mission. In an interview this week, Santos elaborated a bit more on the nature of the helicopter ride.
That was a gift.
That was a gift.
God,
yeah.
There are good people in this world.
Okay, a gift from Americopters?
Yeah, they offer that stuff.
Well, they're doing a job up there, and they didn't have any, and they
were empty coming back, so they offered.
Neal's acceptance of such a gift, however, may raise some ethical and legal problems. Under the Government Ethics Act, public officials and employees are prohibited from accepting gifts, monetary or otherwise, that are worth more than $50. The actual value of a helicopter trip to and from Pagan ranges from $8,750 to $10,200. The chief prosecutor is already in some hot water for the transportation she took to Pagan with Santos's husband Gary Sword, and former AG investigator James Azuzu. They used a boat operated by Ambrosio Gumro, who is a criminal defendant in a pending case and the subject of ongoing investigations that Neal oversees. That trip was funded at least in part by a federal fisheries grant awarded to Guihan Pacificu, a non-profit spearheaded by Santos and Sword. The chief prosecutor has thus far declined to disclose what she paid for the trip, and KSPN has not been able to verify what role she has, if any, in the fisheries project.